Hello, welcome to another episode of EPMS Tech Talk. I'm Chris Costa.
And I'm Joanne LaFlamme.
So Joanne, what do you think we should cover tonight?
Well, I heard there's a new option on tax codes for taxing freight, so I thought maybe we could take a look at that.
Okay, sure. Just a quick second, really what that option was meant to do. It's going to allow you to have multiple tax codes inside of a single tax jurisdiction where maybe you want one part to be set to tax freight, but the other tax code might not be.
Okay.
So you don't have to now have the whole jurisdiction set to tax freight. You can have just one piece, one code or the other.
Okay. Can we take a look at how to set that up?
Sure.
All right.
Okay. So we'll open up the file maintenance. And we'll go to two places. We'll start tax codes. And the option itself was added to the tax code setup. You can see it right here, tax freight. And so if I put this on, it means I want this individual tax code to be subject to tax freight.
Okay.
Okay, even if it's inside of a jurisdiction where the jurisdiction is not set to tax freight. Okay?
Oh, okay. Great.
Okay. And so what I'll do is I'll just show you a tax jurisdiction that I have set up for this. So basically what I did was I set up a jurisdiction here where I included that freight taxable along with a mass taxable. My mass taxable is set up not to tax freight.
Okay.
Okay, so in this case here, any customer with this jurisdiction would be subject to 9.25% tax, but only the 3% would be subject to tax and freight.
Okay. Makes sense.
Okay?
Can we take a look at how that will work on an invoice?
Absolutely.
Okay.
Okay. Okay. So if I open up to AR, start a new invoice, and I'll just throw any customer in here. And we'll add a line item. Of course, I want to make it a freight line item to illustrate. And we'll use nice round numbers, $100. Notice my mass taxable by itself comes in as not charging tax on freight. If I switch this to my mass tax with freight, and I tab out and recalculate, it's giving me the $3 for the sales tax. And remember, I had 3% of that jurisdiction set to tax freight.
Okay.
Okay, so it's ignoring the 6.25% for the mass specific tax code, but giving me the tax for the freight portion.
Okay. That makes sense.
Okay.
Now, what if I have that checkbox checked on the jurisdiction to tax freight? What happens there?
If you leave your jurisdiction set to tax freight, then the whole jurisdiction is going to continue to tax freight,
Regardless of the checkbox on the code.
right?
Okay.
So if I told this MFR tax jurisdiction to go ahead and tax freight, then we would have taxed freight for the entire 9.25%.
Okay.
So you want to leave the jurisdiction box not selected. Select the individual codes. Of course, if the whole jurisdiction is set to tax freight, then just go ahead and set it on the jurisdiction.
Okay, that makes sense.
Okay.
Now, what if I want to use this feature or to be able to tax freight using the invoicing module instead of AR? Does it work there as well?
It'll work there too. Yep.
Okay.
It'll work. Of course, invoicing isn't tax jurisdiction specific. It'll just work with the tax
With the
code.
code.
So you can just, if you put the tax freight option on the tax code and select that tax code in an invoicing invoice, then it would work just fine.
Okay, makes sense. Great.
Okay. Anything else?
No, I think you answered my questions. Thank you.
Perfect. Okay, thank you. Well, thanks for watching. This was another episode of EPMS Tech Talk. I'm Chris Costa.
And I'm Joanne LaFlamme.
Please look forward for more to come. Three, two, one.
Okay, recording there.
Are we
recording
close
on
enough
the
here?
camera.
Are we
Recording
both
on
on the camera?
audio. Yep.
Huh?
Yeah,
Yeah.
you're good.
Okay.
Yep.
Yeah,
Ready?
I think it's good.
Oh my god. Ready?
Yes.
Remember a couple good mouse clicks in the beginning. Action.